goals and resolutions, but according to renowned author and hypnotherapist Paul McKenna, it's not just our waistlines that need a workout.
With 1 in 7 people prescribed antidepressants between 2020 and 2021, after an unprecedented pandemic took a toll on our mental health, it's time to give our minds a detox.
And Paul joins us now to help press the reset on our emotions and kick off 2022 using the power of positivity. Morning, Paul. Good to have you with us.
Great to be with you, Dermot, and you and us, Alison.
Oh, well, you got your books out, Positivity, Confidence, Resilience and Motivation by Paul. Tell us a little bit about the book.
OK, so it's not about positive thinking. You know, positive thinking is where you try and tell yourself everything's OK, even when it isn't. So for me, over the last couple of years, I've been working with a lot of people sitting here in my room, switch on the camera and the lights. I talk to either 10 people or 10,000 people, and everybody needs the same thing. They've got too much stress and anxiety. They keep catastrophizing about things. They've lost their confidence, their self-belief. Many people just don't know how to bounce back, or they need motivation, because even people that are actually quite motivated have been finding that there hasn't been an end point to this pandemic, or there's been too many variables, so they haven't been able to make plans, and so they've lost their motivation. So this book comes with audio content, in other words, a hypnotic trance and some techniques that you put on your phone. So whenever you need a boost, I am there on your phone to help you. But the book should take you about an hour, maybe 2 hours to read, and at the end of that, you will be more positive.
So, Paul, had you noticed that people are getting more stressed pre-pandemic, or has the pandemic, really exacerbated that?
Well, no, it's really exacerbated it. And it's sort of, as I mentioned, there's sort of two groups of people, Dermot. Firstly, there's people who get very stressed and worried and anxious, understandably, because, there's a life-threatening virus in the world. But what they also did was their minds went into overdrive. So they started seeing problems and threats everywhere. So they worried about their health, their family's health, the economy, all sorts of different things like that. And their minds were racing. And the irony is that when people are super stressed like that, they actually weaken their immune system. So they actually make themselves more vulnerable. And then other people, people that are normally quite motivated, couldn't really focus on goals because there wasn't an end point to that, or it seemed like whenever the end point came, it shifted. And there were so many different variables. People stopped making plans, or they stopped looking into the future and seeing any positive potential there.
And just out of interest, Paul, is this how you live your life? I mean, for instance, have you ever felt any issues with regards to your confidence and positivity?
Well, that's a great question. Absolutely. A few times over the last couple of years, I felt a bit down, a bit low for no particular reason, or I felt anxious or a feeling of foreboding. And, that's not like me. I'm a pretty positive person.
Yeah, you are.
So, in fact, I would say if you haven't felt a bit anxious or a bit low over the last couple of years, there's something wrong, because the world's upside down.
I agree.
So what are the main take-homes from this, Paul? I mean, it's the split. The book can be broken down into 4 sections, and so is this can this be a one-size-fits-all, or do you think you have to be of a certain mindset for this book to work for you?
Oh, do you don't have to believe a word I say. You can be as skeptical as you want, OK? In fact, most of the people who buy my books are benevolently skeptical. They think, well, it probably won't work for me, but find out that it does. So it's in 4 sections. The first is reducing fear, panic, anxiety, and getting you calm. Because if your bandwidth of thinking is taken up with fear and survival thoughts, you've got no room for confidence, joy, and all those nice things. The next is about getting confident and rebuilding your self-belief so that you feel good in yourself. But, if all you did was sit around all day feeling confident, that really wouldn't be any good. You've got to point that confidence at something. Now, resilience, a lot of people think that means bouncing back, or they think it means just toughing it out. And to some extent, resilience is that. But resilience is also about adaptability. Now, there's something from an area of science called cybernetics called the law of requisite variety, which means that the part of a system that is the most flexible will always end up in control of that system. So be it a family, a corporation, or a political party, the most flexible person will always end up in control. So there are a number of techniques that I show you in this book to help your flexibility in thinking increase. Because in this time, it's not just enough to survive, you want to thrive. And then finally, I help you build a compelling future. I help you get motivated so that when you look at the future, you don't think, oh my God, what's going to happen, etc. You suddenly have things to look forward to, because they don't have to be big things. They can be small things, but it's very important to have things to look forward to in life.
And there's some great activities in the book, isn't there? Well, I like the fact that you can do 10 things that I feel grateful for every single day. How important is it to do these activities?
Well, do you know, Alison, one of the simplest things that you can do with the biggest benefit is a gratitude list. And, you know, this is something that I do each day. And I think about the big things in life. I think, what am I grateful for? Well, health, because without your health, you don't have anything. And then things like family, friends, you know, I feel very grateful for where I live in the world. We have clean water, clean air, but then also small things like that first cup of tea in the morning, or something I'm looking forward to on TV that night. You know, so by thinking about these things, what we do is we reaffirm at the subconscious level all that's good in our life. And really the sort of golden rule in modern psychology is you get more of what you focus on in life, you see. So part of the problem is it's been so easy to be negative over the last couple of years. It's much easier to be negative than be positive. And this book is really a way to retrain your brain in about 2 hours to be a positive person.
So do you think you could do something with maybe our viewers and me and Dermot today to maybe make us a little bit more positive for 2022?
Absolutely. Let's do a little thought experiment right now, because a lot of people, as I mentioned, are concerned about the future. Let's actually just do a thought experiment and imagine a better future. So, you know, if it's safe and appropriate to do so, close your eyes. If not, just do it with your eyes open. I'd like you to imagine going out 1 year into the future. Imagine it's a year from now, and it's actually been a really good year. Imagine it's a year from now, and this has been a great year. And if that's true, if it's been a great year,
it's good. Oh, he's frozen.
Hang on, should we still have our eyes shut?
We're on our own. He's frozen. He's actually frozen, and we're just stuck in this moment.
Am I allowed to open my eyes yet?
I was in the future. I was in the future. I was in a good place.
That guy knows how to do a cliffhanger, doesn't he? Maybe that's the thing.
All I can say is I was in a good place.
Well, stop messing with our minds.
You left us there with our eyes closed.
It's like we're in Inception.
We're in the future.
Is this the reality now, or?
Do you want me to start again?
What's my constant? I don't know. Paul, when you left us, our eyes were shut. I don't know if
we were in the future.
Where the hell are we now?
Let's start again. Okay, all right. Okay, so close your eyes if it's safe and appropriate to do so.
Okay, don't leave us.
Don't do it next again, Paul. It's unfair.
Okay.
Okay, it's a year in the future, and I'd like you to imagine that it's been one of the best years of your life. Now, if that's true, what must have happened in regard to your health, both physical and mental? If you've had one of the best years ever, if it's been one of the best years of your life, what must have happened in regard to your relationships, personal and professional? If it's been one of the best years of your life, what must have happened in regard to your career, to your finances, to your general levels of happiness? Now, take a snapshot of that, of your life like that, and look at it and make it big, make it like a cinema screen, make it huge, and then step back from it, float back 3 months and ask yourself, what happened 3 months before that? And just get a sense of it. And then what happened 3 months before that? And then get a sense of it. And what happened 3 months before that? And then all the way back to now, so that when you look at your timeline, you look at your year ahead, you can see some really good things to look forward to. And 3, 2, 1, Dermot, you're back in the room.
That was good, wasn't it?
It was good.
That was really good.
It's even better that you left us halfway through and then came back to that.
What can I say?
That's good.
It's about, like, creating positivity in your life and seeing it, believing it, and making it a reality, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's exactly right.
Now you're going on tour, is that right?
I am. I'm going to do, this is during March. I do events in the evening, 90-minute. It's like a personal coaching session with me, just about 500 other people present. But I'll be in London, Birmingham, Manchester, Edinburgh, Dublin, Belfast, Jersey, and Bristol. And it's 90 minutes of dynamic uplift and fun.
That's going to be brilliant. The positivity tour, that's what we
I
need.
feel like that was a recharge, don't you?
Did you enjoy it?
With the eye
I did
shut?
open my eyes a little
No,
bit.
you didn't.
I did a little bit. I was looking at you.
Oh, that's not fair.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
We're in it together.
I was trying.
Paul, are you still there? Oh, he is, yeah. Good. Paul, thank you so much for joining us.
Not at all. It's lovely to see you. God bless, Dermot.
Take
God bless,
care.
Alison.
Thank you so much. The book is out and the tour is out.
Yeah, 2022 Positivity Tour on sale now. Thank you, Paul McKenna.